This video is brought to you in part by Yachdiel Living. That's pronounced Yachdiel. Yachdiel Living. Healthy lifestyle, healthy products. Nature makes it. Put it together. The outdoors, the fresh outdoors. Today, I want to talk about intent. What I mean by intent is, well, my family. So, I have my mother's side and my father's side. And these are two different types of family upbringing. My brother Ed and I, we didn't really know our father's side until we were like in our preteens. I mean, we knew who they were, but we didn't get to really be around them or see them until we got into our preteens. And then that's when we were able to go around them more frequently. And our father's side was very, as a kid, we would look at them like they were like Cosby's or Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Philip Banks and family, the Banks, because father's side, they had, lieutenants and doctors or pharmaceutical, people that work for pharmaceutical companies, CEOs and, military, high-ranking military, lawyers, all type of, successful career driven jobs. And everyone pretty much on our dad's side, college educated, grad school, all that type of stuff. And our mom's side was almost the complete opposite, because our mom's side just didn't have the access or opportunity like that. And so anyway, when we saw that on our dad's side, I think even as kids, we were thinking like, what can we learn from our dad's side, snatch, at least let me speak for myself. What can I learn from my dad's side, snatch that information, that knowledge, and bring it back to my mom's side that really could benefit and use that? Because our mom's side was more, in the struggle and kind of more of the stereotypical narrative of, you could say hood stuff. Very, we were always in the hood, moved around a lot. There was incarceration. There was a lot of the stuff. I don't want to go into the details, but we didn't have a lot of access or opportunities. And, unfortunately, I guess you could say fortunately, because a lot of these situations actually make people stronger. And I definitely believe it made my mom's side way stronger, because growing up, I would say like 90, and my numbers could be off, but I would say like 90% of the family was just not focused on going to school, not focused on anything like that. It was about surviving. It was day-to-day survival. If we whatever we gotta do, we was gonna get it how we needed to get it to survive that day. It was like living day-to-day or week by week and things like that. Whereas my father's side kind of I felt like they had more of a luxury of, they just didn't have the struggles we face. And I'm not saying that makes them better or worse or anything like that. It was just two different narratives. And, as kids, preteens, my brothers and cousins and all that, we had like a little intervention as kids to ourselves. We were like, kind of like just sitting around. It was like, man, life can't be like this. We have to change this. We have to be the ones to change. Our generation is going to be the ones that just make a difference. Because if we grew up when we have kids, our kids is not going to be struggling. Our kids are not going to be this, that. It's going to be, nobody's going to be incarcerated. So we were just like, focus on doing what we have to do to figure out how to change the narrative and how to provide where we can maybe have like some generational wealth. Maybe we can have like some type of legacy to pass down, some type of business to pass down. You know, that was a dream of mine always, to have like a family business, you know, the family work for it. And once we're long gone, you know, that family business could be passed down to the next generation, and just something that we can hang our hat on. And, you know, the powerful thing is that we did that. Our generation helped do that. And then the generation before us, even when it was looking like, who knows if they're going to, you know, pull through and get it together, they got it together. I think we all fed off of each other's energy. So like, you know, aunts and uncles and, you know, parents and all that stuff, it's to me, it's way better than it used to be back in the day. Way better. You know, we have business owners for the first time on our mom's side. We have, you know, store owners. You know, oldest brother, he was the first to have a bookstore, you know, a store. He had, it's successful. You know, he has online products and services. I am super proud and happy for my oldest brother to kick open that door and to continue to strive and kind of lay down the blueprint. And we all kind of feed off of each other. You know, I went off to college. I went off and started traveling. And when I come back, I tell people, yeah, I've been to Thailand. I've been to, you know, all these different places around the world. I've seen all these different things. I met all these different people. I learned this. This is what I learned. Let's see, you know, see if we can utilize that. See if we can work with that and something that, you know, could be beneficial, that we can pick up on these good habits and traits and get it, you know. And so my brother Ed, he's a director of a nonprofit organization. And then you know, the things that he learned, and he's, you know, in grad school, and my sister-in-law, and, you know, we got family members that moved out of state, and they send back information on how we can just keep putting it back into the family to keep going on. So now we have multiple businesses in the family, that we have up and running, thriving. I have, you know, uncles that are starting their own company doing, you know, working with houses. You know, I got an uncle that is master at flooring. I got an uncle that's master at, you know, landscaping and construction and things like that. And, you know, now they're getting, we have EINs, you know, employee identification numbers for our family businesses. We have multiple family businesses. You know, we have healthy products from Yachdiel Living. That's a family business where we have massage oils and sugar scrubs and lip balm or chapstick. We have bars of soap, and all of it is natural. It's healthy, it's beneficial, it doesn't hurt the planet, it's not, you know, tested on animals. It's healthy, it's from the earth, and it's brought to you, those that, you know, enjoy the products. And I am a big fan of the product because I believe in it, and it's natural, it's healthy, it's nothing like, you know, faking it, none of that. So we work with bee farmers in South Dakota. I have friends over near the Rosebud reservation, and also the Rosebud off reservation trust land over near the Black Hills of South Dakota. And, you know, we're raising money to send donations to the Crazy Horse Memorial in South Dakota. It's going to be like the largest, you know, man-made memorial statue, definitely in North America, possibly in the world. So, you know, sending donations out to that for a good cause. Also sending donations to Equal Justice Initiative, because, you know, it still do have family members that unfortunately are incarcerated and going through these things. But we need to be really mindful and talk about prison reform and things that are set up that is just unfair, you know. So we're just looking at equal justice. So Equal Justice Initiative would be contributing and making donations, and I'm looking into ways to possibly volunteer and actually put boots to ground and get involved with that organization, more than just sending money. charity and donations help a lot of these programs, but if we can actually be a part of it and actually, be hands-on, I think that also goes a long way as well. Show face, show up at these places. If there's ways that I can volunteer at the Crazy Horse Memorial, volunteer my time to do that, because the donations help, because the Crazy Horse Memorial, they don't take government funds at all. So they've been building this since like the 1940s, I want to say. And it's still not complete because they don't take government funds. Everything is privately funded, by donators like you and I to help complete, the Crazy Horse Memorial. So if I can go there and help and volunteer, I think that'd be wonderful as well. It's about 6 hours away from where I am, but the best excuse is no excuse. So I'm happy, and I'm proud of my family, my mom's side, as far as we have come and where we're continuing to go and how we keep evolving and growing. Nobody can't tell me anything. Nobody can tell me anything about my family. Like, I love my family. I'm in film school doing, I got a documentary class that just put this fire, this passion in me. I always wanted to know more about my family, know more about my mom's side and dad's side, and just how far back can I trace the family lineage. We don't have to get personal and say, oh, well, your great uncle such and such, he was a killer, or, well, I don't need all those. I mean, if you want to share those stories, cool, but I'm more just focused on the names, the dates, and how far back I could trace my roots. That's mostly what the documentary I'm working on is, the time we search for us. So that's what I'm focused on. That's what my family's focused on. But we do have family members that want to offer, the legendary stories, and that's cool too. That's, I'm not, but I know when we do talk about things like that, sometimes it can make some family members uncomfortable. They don't want to open up and talk about those things, and I'm fine. I'm not looking to talk about those things. All I want to know is who is our great grandparents, who is our great grandparents, great grandparents, who is our, how far back we could trace, because people say, oh, you got Native American in you, oh, you got African in you, oh, you got this and you got that. Okay, sweet, awesome. Now let's just get it down and have a timeline, actually have a family tree, and get it all documented for the family. We can pass that down. So I guess I'm kind of like a family historian. We're all like family historians in my family. We're trying to get this story, get this documentary done. We're gonna have a book, coming along with it as well. And it's just something that we can all hang our hat on and all be proud of, that, hey, look how far we have come. Like, we was never supposed to make it. We wasn't supposed to be where we're at right now, and we're continuing to keep going. So I guess I'm making this video for my family because I'm proud of my family. I just want to tell my family, I love y'all, I'm proud of y'all, and let's keep doing it. Let's keep doing it. We spoke this into existence as kids. Like, all my siblings, all my cousins, like, we spoke this into existence as kids, and we're well on our way. I think if we went back now, as the age we are right now, and we talked to our younger selves at that moment in time when we were like sitting around on the verge of tears, like, something's got to change, something's got to give. Our generation got to be the one to do something about this. I think having that conversation with our younger selves right now will say, oh, it's coming. Keep doing what you're doing. You're definitely on the right track. So I think our younger selves will be proud of us as well. So Bruce Lee says, be like water. If you think about water, you pour water in a cup, it becomes the cup. You put water in a vase, it becomes the vase. You put water in a teapot, it becomes the teapot. And I think with us, with my family, you put us in a situation, sometimes we become that situation, but also we know how to transform, and we take the good parts. We take the good parts. In the past, where it was just like, oh yeah, you put us in the hood, we're gonna become the hood. You put us in You lock us up in incarceration. Oh, we're gonna be the savage of the savages. You know, you put us in a situation where we are forced to, when in Rome, do like the Romans do. We're gonna excel at that. But you give us access and opportunity, and put us in the places where we can succeed and thrive in this society. We're unstoppable. We water. Who knew water could be so fire? So I love my family, and thank you to everyone that's paying attention to what I'm doing here, you know, that has continued to support and show love. I love you all. Be kind to yourself, be kind to others, be kind to nature. The universe will support you. Peace, love, smiles, truth, galaxy. I am Zachary. I see you. I will leave as I came, in peace, and I mean you well. Have a lovely, lovely day. Mwah, to you all.